Hello everyone, here, and welcome to my build idea for the upcoming Blight League. The build I want to do in the Blight League, it will be a Templar, and I'm going to use either Freezing Pulse or Frostbolt. I haven't 100% decided which one yet, so I probably will leveling up both of them. But just remember, this is just my build idea, so if you have any ideas for things I can change in it, and if you have any ideas, I'm always open for that. But this is my idea, at least for the build. So let's start by talking a little bit about it. So my idea is going a Templar, because it was 100 years ago since I made a Templar. It was a really long time ago. So I decided to go for a Templar, and I'm gonna go for an Inquisitor. I'm gonna start by taking the Sanctuary, and maybe I'm taking this one directly after, but first I'm gonna take Sentry to get some nice life generation when I am stationary, because I'm going to have consecrated ground. Also get some nice mana generation of that. Then I'm probably gonna go for Rightness whatever this one is. I can't pronounce it, I can't talk today. I'm gonna go for this one, and Invisible Judgment, which is really important. This note here is the reason I want a lot of crit chance in this build, because when I critting enemy, I ignore their resistance. They have no resistance when I crit them, which is awesome in my opinion. So I want a lot of crit chance in this build. And I start by taking, my idea in the beginning is to take the damage here, because why not? Then I'm gonna go for the mana regeneration and life generation here, because life generation will be my main way of getting back to life. Also I'm going to have some bit of energy shield, because I'm going to have 200 when I'm on consecrated ground, because of this note here. I'm going to have 200 energy shield regeneration per second when I'm consecrated ground. So that should be quite nice. So I'm going to have some energy shield. I'm probably going to go for energy shield and armor in base time for my gear. So I have some energy shield as well. I go for Sentry, Discipline Training, Retribution, Light of the Divinity, Holy Dominion. Then I'm going to go for Devotion. And I'm going to use a staff in this build. That's my idea at least. So I'm going to go for some block chance to staff, because why not? To get to the staff critical strike chance, and this is global critical strike chance when wielding a staff, so it applies to spell if I understand it right. So I'm gonna take this one now, and it was actually a quite hard choice. I'm not 100% decided with that choice yet, and my choice was: do I gonna duel 2 daggers and get good crit chance of that, or do I gonna use a staff? I could use duel with something with decent daggers like 2 wands, but I want good crit chance. And if I duel wielding 2 daggers, I can probably get better crit chance than if I'm using a staff. So it's a little bit of a hard what do I gonna choose. If you can get 2 daggers with have 150 critical strike chance to spell each, and that's 300 crit chance. I know I can probably get a staff which have combined 200 in crit chance on itself, so I can get higher crit chance by using daggers. So it's a little bit of a hard choice. But I think I'm gonna go for staff. But if I change my mind, I can just take away my staff notes. I'm also gonna take Divine Judgment for that nice elemental penetration, or some nice elemental damage. I'm also gonna have Faith in Steel, because some protection is always nice, and I actually like the increased energy shield as well, so I'm gonna get some more energy shield. And also some resistance and some nice boost to my armor, which is quite nice. Also Serenity, because I like to run some auras. I'm going to use Howl of Ice and Hatred. And I also want to use, what was the name for that aura now? The aura that replenishing your, probably replenishing your mana, but also thinking about precision. I don't have any use for the accuracy, but increased crit chance might come in handy. I haven't 100% decided yet, so I'm probably going to level up all of them and see which one I like the best. Also have Arcane Potency for some nice critical strike multiplier and crit chance. And by the way, I have flesh in Purity of Flesh to increase my, life. Here I actually have Serpent Stance for the global critical strike chance when wielding a staff, and some nice global critical strike multiplier when wielding a staff. For some extra crit to my spells and to my critical strike multiplier. Then I went to the Witch area. I went to grab Cruel Perception and Deep Thoughts. I'm not 100% chance I'm gonna take the amount of mana notes I do here. But I might do it, but it depends of the mana situation, because it can get quite hungry when it comes to mana, the spells I'm gonna use, so I will see if I need them or not. Oh, no, sorry, I just was thinking. For one second I was thinking, did I take the wrong will here? But I didn't. It is the big Frost will. I'm gonna take Breath of Rim, and Heart of Ice. I like both of these nodes. I like to freeze enemies, that's why I take in Breath of Rim. Also increase my cold damage. And I like to penetrate enemies' cold resistance, and then actually get some cold damage leached as life. Just a minor, but all life, enemy shield. But all leech as enemy shield and stuff like that are welcome. By the way, one side note, my idea first was to use Rightness Fire with this build, and then I need to use a shield, which they are the Rise of the Phoenix, so I'm getting more protection against fire. But when I sat down and tried to make a good, skill tree with it becomes a little bit too complicated, so I just abandoned that idea for now at least. Then I'm gonna have a Yule socket here. I'm gonna go down to the Witch area, take Annihilation. Holy Dominion, Arcanist Dominion, and Frostwalker. And also took the cast speed here in the Witcher because I want some cast speed in this build. Actually, I want a lot of cast speed. I took Heart and Soul and Deep Wisdom. I also took Arcane Will. Well, I just want to have this one because gain 4% of a maximum mana as extra maximum energy shield is quite nice. Some nice mana regeneration and stuff like that. So, but again, I'm not 100% chance I need this amount of mana in this build, because I have both this one and this one. And I can, if I really want to it, I can take Rightness Decree if I want even more mana. So I will see how my mana situation will be. I also took combat stamina for some even more armor, some life and some life regeneration. And actually went down here, I took a Shaper because more mana regeneration and life regeneration, always nice. Also took this Yule socket here, which it might not be necessary, but hey, it's more generation and a Yule socket, so I think I'm gonna do like this. But again, not 100% not 100% decided on that. I also have another Yule socket here. And when it comes to my Yules, I need two specific Yules. If I'm gonna use the Frostbolt, I need to use something I use two threshold Yules called what's the name for those now? Frozen Trail? Trail? I can't pronounce that. Frozen Trail. Actually, you can see it on screen. And that is for Frostbolt. And the other one are the First Snow, which is for... why do I forgetting the name for that one? Freezing Pulse, sorry. So I must have two of either one of this. I need to put them on a place where I have a lot of intelligence. So I can put it here, and I can put it here for those two to work. So that means I have these two sockets here to have something else in, and I'm probably going to have just a rare Yule which have increased cast speed or increased crit chance or increased cold damage, and some life on them. That's my idea at least. I also have the big life wheel here. So that is my basic overview of my passive skill tree. When it comes to my gear, I don't have any particular unique items I'm gonna use for this build, rather than the two Yules I was talking about. So I'm not 100% sure if I'm gonna use any unique items. It might happen, but I don't think I will. But that will absolutely be something that can change in my build. And also when it comes to my skill gem, I'm definitely going to use, well, first the skills, but then it's a little bit hard to decide what skill, because cold damage have some interesting skill gems, so it's definitely going to be interesting. And I'm probably going to need some dexterity, because I'm thinking about using Ice Bite, for example, and even Hypothermia, so I will see what I'm going to do in that department, but I'm gonna figure out that when I come a little bit closer to the release. I will see how it goes, because I'm not the person that likes to plan out everything with my build. I could probably use PoE planners, I mean, right now, and just decide everything and see if it will work. But for me, this is just me personally, I actually like to just making the build I come up with without knowing in the end if it will work or not. I just play along and see how it happens, because for me personally, that's a little bit more enjoyment than just knowing that, oh, it will guaranteed work or it will guaranteed fail. Actually, I have made builds which I know will never do the high end game, but I play them because it's fun. And that is my main reason for doing this build. I want it to be fun. But anyway, tell me comment what you think about my build, and if you have any ideas or input, please let me know. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I see you guys soon.